Good morning. I am Jennifer Roberts, Customer Success Manager at Career Communications Group, and I would like to thank you all for joining us for today's live webinar announcing the 2020 Top Supporters of HBCU Engineering Programs. Today, we will announce this year's top supporters and how your company's support helps achieve diversity through partnerships. Now, I would like to introduce the Executive Director of Advancing Minorities' Interest in Engineering, or AMIE, Ms. Veronica Nelson.
Thank you, Jennifer. Good morning, everyone. On behalf of Advancing Minorities' Interest in Engineering, I would like to congratulate the 2020 top supporters of HBCU engineering programs. Thank you for your partnership and continued support of programs to attract, educate, graduate, and place underrepresented minority students in engineering and computer science careers. Your dedication to AMIE's mission has been an instrumental part of our success to advance minorities' interest in engineering. AMIE represents a coalition of industry, government agencies, and the 15 ABET accredited HBCU schools of engineering who see a diversified workforce as a competitive advantage and essential business need. The 15 HBCU schools of engineering represent less than 3% of all of the engineering schools in the country, yet they produce over 30% of all African American engineers in the United States. The 15 HBCU schools of engineering are a national treasure and a rich, untapped resource for minority engineering talent and collaboration. As a coalition of industry, government agencies, and the ABET accredited HBCU engineering schools, AMIE is committed to promote and encourage minority students to pursue engineering degrees, to increase resources at HBCUs, including scholarships, stipends, student projects, curriculum development, faculty development, research, grants, contracts, and personal and professional development. We're committed to facilitate the recruitment of HBCU engineering co-ops, interns, and graduates to corporate, government, and academic career opportunities. We're also committed to provide a forum for members to exchange ideas on best practices and lessons learned related to developing a diverse engineering workforce. And we are committed to facilitate the forging of engineering research and technology transfer partnerships between one or more of the 15 HBCU schools of engineering and the AMIE corporate and government agency partners. As we enter this next decade, it is critical that you continue to develop sustainable partnerships with the 15 HBCU schools of engineering and develop strategies to make a greater impact on advancing minorities' interests and success in engineering. With your continued support and partnership, our HBCU partners will continue to deliver innovative engineers to take on the challenges of the future. Thank you, and congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Nelson. To further explain the effects that top supporters have on HBCUs, I would like to introduce the Dean of the College of Engineering at North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University, Dr. Robin Coger.
Thank you, Jennifer, and good morning, everyone. It's an honor to participate in today's panel. And greetings also to the other 14 deans of our HBCU Engineering Deans Council, as together we are the university arm of AMIE. For all of us, the quality of our engagements with our corporate and government partners are mission critical. For anyone listening, if you have not participated or supported one of our 15 universities in the last year, please know that we are welcoming you when you decide that you want to partner with us. For North Carolina A&T's College of Engineering, the support of our corporate and government partners helps us to ensure that our programs are relevant and also responsive to the evolving needs that our partners have for their future workforce. Their support and engagement also helps us provide the fertile ground necessary to ensure that we create the necessary ecosystem to cultivate excellence in academics, innovation, and research. Together, we are shaping the student talent that ultimately becomes the workforce that our corporate and government partners require to continue to achieve their own deliverables. We also help shape the next generation of faculty and researchers. I realize how easy it is to assume that corporate and government interactions begin and end with scholarships or begin and end with recruiting. Now, scholarship support for our students is absolutely vital at our 15 institutions, yet it is only a beginning. At North Carolina A&T, our corporate and government partners are also helping to power activities associated with the experiential learning that our students engage in as part of their curricula. They are partners on undergraduate design projects and also partners in fundamental and applied research activities led by our faculty. By the way, the latter point is consistent with industry trends across our nation, since industries and government organizations have rediscovered the win-win formula that corporate, university, and government partnerships offer to aid them in reaching their own mission-specific objectives. Partnering with the 15 AME universities also provides partners with a chance to benefit from the strong technical knowledge and the diverse and innovative perspectives that our engineering and computer science bachelor's, master's, and doctoral level students bring to their industries. Because they are partnering with our universities, these partners have the benefit of being the go-to choice for our students because the engagement with us goes well beyond the career fairs. They're partners on our advisory boards. They work with several of the deans of the 15 HBCUs of our council as trusted partners in strategic initiatives to ensure the competitiveness of our students. They also influence our students by helping them to tune themselves to be effective when working within their own organizations. But what may not be as clear to everyone on the line is that these top supporters of HBCUs also engage with us on our campuses to ensure the competitiveness of our students, and they are trusted partners in influencing the curricula. So because of their active engagement, the active engagement of the top supporters of HBCUs, our 15 universities are able to provide our students with the key professional, developmental, and research experiences required for their career preparedness. A wonderful thing that I have found in my experiences in working with those North Carolina A&T supporters that are included in this year's top supporters list is that maintaining strong communication lines continues to be essential. This has been critical to ensuring that our relationships continue to evolve with return on investment in mind. And when we talk about ROI, it's important to our engineering programs at the AME universities. It's also important to the corporations and the government agencies, since that's how we all achieve our organizational goals. Ultimately, this list of supporters includes industry and government leaders that are front and center in collaborating with the AME universities on a common goal, ensuring that our engineers and computer scientists that are focused on providing technical solutions and the workforce that's positioned to solve the complex and global problems of our time. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Dr. Coger. Now we will hear from Mr. Oliver Bo Leslie, Bea alumni and HBCU chairperson, who will discuss why industry should support HBCU engineering programs.
Thank you, Jennifer, and good morning to you all. I would like to acknowledge our 2020 top supporters of our HBCUs and all the AME Corporation and industry partners. Thank you for your continued support. Should industry support engineering programs at the AME HBCUs? Yes. Why? The 15 ABET accredited HBCU schools of engineering represents less than 3% of all engineering schools in the country. Yet they produce over 30% of all Black American engineers in the US. Approximately 1/3 of Black American graduates in science and engineering are also produced by HBCUs. 1/4 of PhDs in science and engineering receive their undergraduate degree from HBCUs. Therefore, HBCUs are a great resource pool for minority engineering talent. On behalf of CCG, AME, the Council of Engineering Deans of the 15 ABET accredited HBCU engineering schools, and the Bea Alumni Association, Thank you, top supporters, for your continued support. Back to you, Jennifer.
Thank you, Mr. Leslie, for sharing the benefits of becoming a top supporter. Next, we will have Mr. Derek McGowan, Diversity Program Manager, Higher Education Institutions for Global Diversity and Inclusion at Lockheed Martin Corporation, discuss what being a top supporter means to his organization.
Thank you, Jennifer, and thank you, CCG. The ability to truly intentionally invest in tomorrow's best and brightest scientists and engineers and STEM professionals is priceless. At Lockheed Martin, we see it as a win-win situation when we help solidify HBCU programs, whether it be through mentoring, curriculum development, faculty and student development, and/or financial investments. The partnership between Lockheed Martin and our HBCUs is twofold. We benefit from HBCU programs when we secure future leaders within the company. The campuses benefit by having support for relevant projects, summer bridge programs, pipeline programs, and scholarship and other support. At Lockheed Martin, the formula is simple. We can expect the best and brightest when we help build the best and brightest. Our partnership with the deans, our positions on advisory seats, our advisory board memberships and cluster memberships, our alumni engagement, and our CETO, which is the research engagement, has consistently helped secure respect on our various HBCU campuses. We also believe that HBCUs not only produce exceptional interns and new hires who can compete with any majority institution student, but we also consider these our best and brightest and most talented leaders. At Lockheed Martin, we have an inclusion strategy designed to engage the internal Lockheed Martin community, the leadership, the alumni, and other resource groups. It is our intention to partner with our HBCU community to maximize talent attraction. Our next area of engagement and opportunity, which I'm inviting you to, is in the research and capstone project collaborations. We have begun taking a more aggressive approach through our AMY partnership to ensure that HBCUs become leaders in this area in the nation. Being named a top supporter by CCG and the deans was not done by coincidence for any of the companies. We do this by making intentional efforts to effectively reach the needs of the HBCU partners and ensure that we're strategically planning and setting goals throughout our corporations. Our strategic goals are supported from the highest levels of leadership. We currently have 15 African-American Black vice presidents assigned to each of our AMY partnering institutions. These executive sponsors are supported by deputies who are often alumni of their assigned institutions. Today, I say thank you to the deans for your partnership. Thank you again, CCG, for your partnership. At this time, I want to personally thank our CEO, Marilyn Houston, and my leader, Rainier Washington and Scott Trapp, and all of our executive sponsors and our entire support team who make things happen. The story at Lockheed Martin sounds easy, but it takes work. It takes dedication. You must be persistent, you must be resilient, and you must be thick-skinned to do this work. Again, thank you, CCG, for this opportunity to discuss why this matters to Lockheed Martin.
Thank you, Mr. McGowan, for letting us know what a top supporter means to your organization. Next, we will have Career Communications Group's Managing Editor, Mr. Rayondon Kennedy, discuss the top supporter survey methodology.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Rayondon Kennedy. As Jennifer said, I'm the managing editor for U.S. Black Engineer and Information Technology magazine. This year will be the 18th year that we have done the top supporter of HBCU engineering top supporters list. As you guys know, this is a huge award. It not only comes with some bragging rights and some benefits like being able to use the logo on your ads, or being recognized as the HBCU Engineering Dean's Breakfast at BEA, but it also allows your organization to go back to your leadership and prove that the resources that you are putting forth towards these HBCUs are working, they're benefiting. A lot of the time we get questions as to how does this list come together? How do you make the list? How can you be on the list? And each year we contact the 15 ABET accredited HBCU engineering deans and individual corporate AMY partners, and we ask them who's supporting the programs. And when we get those results back, we tally them, and that's how we came up with our list. As you'll see, we list the top 10 industry and the top 10 government based off of those results. And then we also list everybody else that made the list, but there's no ranking after that. And so that's basically our.
Thank you, Mr. Kennedy. Now, with the help of Dr. Koger, we would like to give special recognition to the top 10 corporate and top 10 government HBCU supporters. Over to you, Dr. Koger.
Well, it is my pleasure to announce the top 10 corporate and government supporters of HBCU engineering programs. The top 10 government supporters of HBCU engineering programs are as follows. Number 10, the U.S. Department of Defense. Number 9, the U.S. Navy. Number 8, the National Security Agency. Number 7, the U.S. Department of Transportation. Number 6, the U.S. Army. Number 5, the National Science Foundation. Number 4, the Naval Sea Systems Command. Number 3, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Number 2, the Air Force Research Laboratory. And number 1, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Congratulations. Now, the following corporations ranked as the top 10 supporters of HBCU engineering programs. They are number 10, NetApp Incorporated. Number 9, General Motors. Number 8, Corning Incorporated. Number 7, Microsoft Corporation. Number 6, Boston Scientific Corporation. Number 5, Raytheon Company. Number 4, IBM Corporation. Number 3, Northrop Grumman Corporation. Number 2, the Boeing Company. And number 1, Lockheed Martin Corporation. Congratulations to you all.
Thank you, Dr. Koger, for highlighting our top 10 government and corporate supporters. On behalf of AMY and U.S. Black Engineer and Information Technology magazine, we would like to thank all of the companies listed for their efforts and support of STEM education. Thank you all for joining us for the 2020 Top Supporters of HBCU Engineering Programs announcement and live webinar. We appreciate your interest and continuous support of HBCU engineering schools. We hope you were able to gain insight on this accolade and that you were inspired to support HBCU engineering programs as well. To view the official Top Supporters list and download the 2020 Top Supporters logo, please visit the first link on your screen. We encourage all of you to continue to support the HBCU engineering programs by attending the 35th Annual BEA STEM Global Competitiveness Conference. It will be taking place February 11th through 13th, 2021 in Washington, D.C. We encourage everyone who attended the webinar today to complete the Top Supporters of HBCU's questionnaire. Please follow the second link for the questionnaire. We would also like to thank all of our guest speakers, Ms. Veronica Nelson, Dr. Robin Koger, Mr. Bo Leslie, Mr. Derek McGowan, and Mr. Rayondon Kennedy. And finally, thank you all for joining us and enjoy the rest of your day.